Do you think these people are...
A severe, conservative, middle-aged woman with an intelligent look in her eye.
I hope you're not tired of these conversations.
Good evening, Dr. Mayclose.
It is.
Oh, good evening, Miss Ball.
Whoever she is, Dr. Mayclose. Has she come up? Please, please don't tell me she's now on this list. Okay. She's not for now.
Mr. Agostini?
My God, there's so many people to talk to.
At social affairs. He seems to be very competent, that one.
Do you think this is like a quick, well, not quick, very long meet everyone before they start getting bumped off?
Yes, I do think
Dr.
exactly
Conrad
that.
is an odd one, if you ask me. He is so very interested in gaining personal glory. He doesn't seem to fully understand the beauty of what he has discovered. Why, the Amun-Ra artifacts are a symphony, a tribute to the wonders of death. Dr. Carrington is a quiet one. I don't see him very often.
No one does.
I'm certain, however, that he must have a poetic soul.
What makes you say that, Dr. Mayclose?
I have seen him walking amongst the dead in the Egyptian exhibit late at night. I cannot blame him. It's better than moonlight on headstones.
What the hell is wrong with her?
That was weird.
Yes.
What? All of these people are
O'Reilly.
weird. Like, they're super
I can't say that I'm
strange.
overly fond of that one. He has little respect for the wonderful things in the museum, and he is too firmly rooted in this life. I do not believe that he likes the dead at all. Can you imagine?
I don't understand who this person is. Is she a doctor of Egyptology?
No clue.
I am sorry, but I don't know what a crodfaller is.
No one does.
Is it some sort of pastry?
Okay.
Oh yes, he runs the laundry down the way. He always manages to keep the pleating in my silk shrouds just right.
Sweet.
No, I'm afraid I don't know Detective John Bull. He is your father? That's nice.
Is it?
I admire the police. They get to spend so much time with the sick and
What
dead.
the hell?
And in New Orleans, yet with those beautiful cemeteries.
I will learn more about that in another game. So, she likes... Oh no.
Did you just click through it?
Yeah, I slipped. She's not...
Can't repeat it.
But we have already discussed that.
Was it that I like dead things? I
can't imagine she had much to say about Ziggy.
Mr. Najir is a very
she had
quiet
so much
one,
to say
isn't
about
he?
it.
It seemed pretty short, the box that popped up.
Sometimes I wonder about him, though.
That sized, I think.
see a certain light in his eyes, like Daisy's, when she's about to kill a spider.
Who's Daisy?
I think I like Mr. Najir.
Who's Daisy?
I don't know.
Right. I hope Daisy's the next person we're about to talk to.
Yeah, that's Ramses Najir.
So she sees something
the young
sinister.
Stevedore. He is a charming young fellow. I imagine he has some wonderful scars from working on the docks.
Okay. So she's just the creepiest of the people.
I don't know if I trust that one. She screamed when she saw my beautiful dried rat exhibit and cried out like a baby when my ferret Daisy bit her ankle. Foolish woman.
We know who Daisy is.
It's a ferret.
It's a ferret. Weird to just bring that up without explaining what she was talking about.
Ah, Wolf. He has some lovely scars, doesn't he? Just between us girls, I think he's dreamy. The Tribune
You sound
is
uncomfortable,
an
Darren.
excellent paper.
This
You
game
are
is
most
sucking my will to
fortunate
live.
To be employed there, Miss
I-
Bo.
Oh,
These conversations are
Thank
too
you,
long.
Dr. Meatloaf.
too long and
Speak
too
with
like
the Tribune, my dear, and you will almost certainly go far.
too
Their article
packed
on
in one spot.
dysentery in the Herdanos of Spain was simply marvelous.
It's
Dense.
got, yeah, there's got to have been a better way. Like, I know we just missed a bit, and I don't care.
I'm hoping this is basically it. Like, I'll be honest.
Did
Like,
I?
from here on, like, it'll kind of just go, like,
Oh, I
Oh,
find the
ask
police
everyone one additional
fascinating.
thing.
They spend all their time
I
trying to
hope
stop
so.
crime and murder, and yet
I-
they shoot people themselves.
It would have still been nice to
Interesting,
maybe
isn't it?
do all this so you, because I'm not against like lots of conversation. It's kind of a requirement for these sorts of games, but
it's so much so. It's such
I'm
a short
sure
space of time.
I don't
I
It's
agree.
agree
exhausting.
For that, Miss Bo.
Like,
I don't
you know,
even
we've
know
already
who
had
she-
one whole session of this sort of thing, and it
Yeah.
looks like it might be two.
Don't say things like that.
I
Well, I
love
mean, it's
to
already
walk
10.
along the docks on a moonlit night and feed carrion to the rats. Such friendly little fellows.
I mean, what have we learnt from her? She's a freak.
Yeah.
She's a freaky person who loves death. Which is, sure, whatever.
The Leyendecker is my home now. I never want to leave it. Its musty hallways and creeping shadows are in my very blood. Can you imagine spending an entire lifetime drifting through the land of the dead? That opportunity is mine, and I treasure it.
Well, she's found the right role.
How do you like living in New York, Dr. Meatloaf?
Full of dead. It's
Well,
great.
I had always heard it was a city rife with crime and danger and murder. So far, I have not been disappointed.
I've been killed 4 times.
I can't get enough of it.
Yes, I am aware that many people enjoy going to such places. I personally do not. I find them too noisy, and the people are too
Too
lively. I
lively.
would like to get a good close look at some of those hedonous livers, however. That bootleg alcohol is quite strong. Ah, you are wise to carry a notebook, my dear. One never knows when one may see or hear something that will change one's life forever.
This is the crappiest party.
You are wise to carry a magnifier, my dear. You miss so many of the good things if you don't look close enough. Imagine never seeing pores or lice or fungus spores.
You can be too interesting, you know.
So, Dr. Meatloaf, has this been a good year for you?
I would say yes, very good. I came here from Greece just a short time ago, and look at me now, curator of the largest private museum in New York.
I'm happy to hear that, Dr. Meatloaf. Tell me, have you noticed anything unusual at the museum lately?
The whole museum is unusual, my dear. We are surrounded by dead things. Just walk around for a while and breathe in its wonderful atmosphere. Why, the whole place
Just shut up!
smells of
Shut up about death.
I just may do that. Have you ever noticed any dead things that, well, don't belong?
My dear, every dead thing belongs. Dead things are our friends.
What a weirdly cryptic thing to say. Did I do everything? Yes, magnifying. That was off a magnifying glass. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Goodyear. Sorry, that seemed a weird thing to talk about.
Dr. Miklos, do you have any idea who would want to steal the Dagger of Amon raw?
Ha! Very funny. Everybody, silly girl. It's a priceless artifact. Not only that, but it is said that the blade is an unknown alloy that can slice through bone like butter.
I suppose that was a silly question after all. Let me rephrase that. Do you know of anyone with any particular motive?
Well, Todd Smith and Ramesses Najir both wanted it very badly to return it to their homeland. But they are both so upset, it hardly seems possible that they could have done it. Then again, perhaps they are just fine actors.
Aha. Was that everything? No. Oh, my word.
You're an expert in Egyptology, aren't you, Dr. Miklos?
Yep.
Well, yes, I suppose I am. I have been fascinated with the ancient Egyptians since
Guess what
I
she
was a
likes.
tiny girl. They loved death like you Americans love baseball.
Right. Nice talking to you.
You see a tall Irish gentleman.
Okay. So many people to talk to.
Now there's a man who doesn't know his head from a hole in the ground.
Who are you?
And Bigora, anyone who'd allow his paper to print letters criticizing
You
the
didn't
police
introduce
force
yourself.
is downright addled.
So for some reason, I just assumed it might be the detective.
How are you, Detective O'Reilly?
Here's Detective O'Reilly.
Just fine, lassie. You're looking lovely this evening.
Is he not the same guy that told us off?
Yeah.
Is he the same?
I don't know. I thought it was supposed to be the same, right?
He seems super different.
That fella's
But it's
just
been
too big
ages.
for his britches. That's all I have to say. Someone ought to take him down a notch or two.
Yeah, I must just be misremembering.
He's got too many brains, that one. He thinks he's better than us all.
Alright, I'm just gonna speed through this. Oh yeah, and then I change my cursor. Too many brains.
Why, that's me, silly girl. Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly, at your service.
Ryan Hadrahand. What do you think a
He's the
crud
wee pest
fella
who likes
is?
to hang around the station house. In fact, I thought he was supposed to cover this so-called event. Oh well, no big loss. That man is a few cards short of a full deck, but he always presses me pants, just like me sainted mother used to do.
I'm assuming we didn't actually speak to him about any of this.
No. It was a
I think
cutscene,
I've
wasn't
heard
it?
of your father. Over
Yeah.
in New Orleans, isn't he, lass? They say he was pretty good for one of those southern boys. That man is a human weasel. Stay away from him, lassie.
Got it. Ah, no. There's more.
No, you didn't select one.
Ah! This is torture.
I don't like that wee fella. Think he's light in his loafers, don't you know?
Don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I don't know. I would assume if it means like he's light on his feet, it means he's like...
Not as
Thief.
heavy as this man has assumed he is.
No, I assume it means like thief or like sneak.
He's got exceptionally large feet.
Why would that be light on your life?
I don't know, because his feet are big. And his shoes are big and his feet are not big. Was that, yeah, he's quick off his... I don't know what that means. That sounds like it's a compliment.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He seems
apparently
nice
the
enough,
idiom
but I
means
wouldn't
he
trust
may
anyone
be
who works on the docks. Pretty
homosexual.
rough company for a wee lass like you.
Oh, okay. Right, well, cool, great.
There you go.
Okay, it's even worse than I thought.
That's actually worse
It's
than
worse.
I thought. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks,
Now there's a slippery old
man.
rat. If she's royalty, then I'm Rudolph Valentino.
Okay, fair enough. He's onto the Cockney.
Yeah, was it when she slipped up?
That's when she
He's
went,
not much of a
"Caw!"
security guard, if you're asking me. How could I trust a man who allowed a thief to waltz right in here and steal one of the exhibits if he didn't do it himself? He hasn't even got an alibi for the night of the burglary, since he was here alone.
Uh-oh.
The Tribune is a hotbed of yellow journalism, young lady. You should find yourself a better place to work. Have you considered being a secretary?
Detective O'Reilly, the Tribune is a fine, upstanding paper. And no, I don't want to be a secretary. But it would be none of your business if I did.
Temper, missy. I thought you reporters were supposed to stay objective.
Objective doesn't mean without opinions or loyalties, Detective.
Well, all I have to say is I'd like to see you in the middle of a catfight, lassie. You'd win, claws down. New York's police force truly is the finest in the world, and don't you forget it, lassie.
All those muggings.
They're pretty good. They always put just enough starch in me shirts.
This music is starting to do my head in as well.
The docks are dangerous places, lassie, infested with as many cutthroats as there are rats. I'd stay away from there if I were you.
But we've got New York's finest.
It's all right if you like that sort of thing. I think it's a waste of time myself. I'd rather be down at the pub knocking one back with me buddies.
What was that in answer to? The museum.
Museum.
Oh yeah, which he's in right now.
Yeah.
Do you like living in New York,
I hate it
Detective
here.
O'Reilly?
Begorra, yes, girl. 'Tis truly the land of opportunity. Just look at me.
Prince among men.
Mark my words, lassie. I'll have every one of those dens of iniquity closed up by the end of this year.
What uses the same turn of phrase?
Tell me what you think about
you've
this.
got a little notebook. Isn't that cute?
Okay, don't
Well,
tell
if
me
you
what you
solve
think
the
of
mystery
this.
of the missing letter opener, we'll make you an honorary police girl.
Right. Alright.
So do you suppose you're going to find lots of important clues with your little magnifying glass, missy? Let me know if you find anything important.
We found the dagger.
And we found out you're a dick.
Didn't take the magnifying glass.
Detective O'Reilly, has 1926 been a good year for you?
Oh, most definitely, lass. I've put away more criminals this year than you'll ever see in your whole life.
That makes it both a bad year and a good year, doesn't it, Detective? I mean, if there were that many criminals on the loose to begin with, we must be in some sort of crime wave.
You see it your way, lassie, and I'll see it mine.
The worst policeman.
If you ask me, missy, they're blowing the whole thing out of proportion. Begorra, you'd think that something important had been stolen.
You don't consider a priceless Egyptian artifact to be important?
Listen, girlie, if I chased down every petty theft that occurred within the nastier segments of the population, I'd be working 30 hours a day.
I would hardly call the Leyendecker Museum a nasty segment of the population, Mr. O'Reilly. And if you're referring to our Egyptian visitors, shame on you. And don't call me girly.
By me father's whiskers, you're a fiery one, Miss Laura. All right, I won't call you girly, little lassie.
I hope he dies first.
Last one, I think.
Do you
Until we
know
move on to
anything
these
about
two.
Egyptology,
They're
Detective
not going to
O'Reilly?
be. One of them's got their back
Back
to
Oh,
us.
it's a bloody waste of time. Sifting through all those old bones and rotting tombs. Better
I
to
hope
let
you're
the dead
right.
rest, don't you know?
I hope I'm right.
Good evening. I'm Laura Bow.
The snobbish high society.
Good evening.
The snob.
Okay, we're done. Are we done? Good evening, I'm Laura Bar.
The snobbish.
Nice.
Nice. Now,
Done.
we've solved the mystery. Can we just tell them the dagger is where it is and then
And
leave
get
them
the game
alone?
end.
Because these people are nightmare humans. It does lead me on to another question.
I'm gonna assume what your question is.
Yeah.
And the answer is I have no idea.
That door?
Don't touch it.
It's a hole.
Don't touch it.
I can't touch it, it's just space.
There's a down arrow.
But isn't that just the way out? Can we leave? Oh, can we leave? Yes, we can leave. Let's go away from New York. Unless we have to talk to Heimlich. Wolf Heimlich was his name? Did I just make that? Did I just create a racist German name?
No, I think that's his
We
name.
see that the fundraising party will.
Oh, hang on, are we done?
The museum doors are locked.
Oh,
I assume you could just click on it.
I just want to check, can we go somewhere else? What I might do though is save. What's it, session 4?
Yeah, 3?
Oh, okay.
I think it's 3. Oh no, maybe it's 4.
I really wanted to like this game.
I liked the first one.
Yeah, so did I. I thought it was great. Like, different and interesting. There's nowhere else to go. Can we just get in this?
Considering that this car is parked right out in front of the museum, it probably belongs to an important staff member, so it's not a good idea to fool around with it.
Even she speaks really slow. Everything's so slow. I might speed up the walking again.
Yeah.
No, I might slow it down. Okay, maybe that will make things better. And we can get back in.
Right. So do we think we need to make more time pass then?
Maybe. I mean, it feels like... It feels like days have passed.
Oh, weeks have passed.
What about this green human?
No. There's no more
It's a
people to
fanatic.
talk to.
It's a fanatically happy partygoer.
She's on
Don't
pills.
touch the fanatically happy partygoer.
Oh, that's a good line.
You're having such a good time. I thought I'd introduce
Why have they
myself.
focused on her
I'm Laura
being?
Bow of the New Orleans Bows.
The fanatically happy snobs just ignore you entirely. They're having so much fun, you're sure they're putting on an act to impress their friends.
Yeah. I mean, this is a terrible party. Why are you so happy?
The fanatic...
Alright. Could we go back in here?
That's closed, isn't it now? I assume it's going to be locked now. Oh,
No.
wait.
Uh-oh.
Upon close... That's n... Upon close...
Is there a dagger missing?
It feels like there's one less, doesn't it? Does it not? There's
The
one
dagger
less.
The dagger...
We knew where it was.
We found it. And
And
that...
now it's gone.
Where's that guy? Is there anything else we need to do in
These
here?
appear to be copies of ancient Egyptian artifacts. They seem to be nicely crafted.
Okay, cool.
These vessels appear to be replicas of 7th century Welsh condiment pots made for export to Ireland. It's the cash...
Let's steal.
Laura, you'd...
Yes, I
Don't
would.
touch it.
Oh, stop telling me not to touch it. Okay.
Okay. Either way, Dagger's gone.
Dagger's gone, but what are we supposed to do? We don't got any more information in our notebook to say.
Are there things to pick up or things to do?
What, here or in the other room?
Other room, this room, I don't know. What items do we have?
Notebook and a magnifying glass.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. We have nothing.